Hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. As a spiritual advisor, I provide clarity, insight, and guidance for people so that way they can transform their lives and move through storms so that way they can experience the prosperity and abundance that is rightfully theirs. Okay, I use tools such as tarot and oracle cards, astrology, as well as energy healing to provide services to the collective. So make sure you check out my website, msbotanica.com, to book a reading or other services, as well as shop my shop. I will say I do have a year ahead reading. We are in the year 2022 as I'm filming this, and we're moving into 2023. So make sure you book a year ahead reading. We will go over the scope of the year, month by month, as well as a seasonal message as well. Okay, so yes, all that to say, this is a full moon in Gemini reading, okay? This happens December 7th of 2022, and this is the last full moon of 2022. Okay? Let's get that clear. This is a great time to celebrate. Celebrate all that you have accomplished this year, all of the lessons that you've experienced, everything. Just being grateful and having gratitude. This is the moon to do it. Okay, and I do have the chart pulled up. I'm also going to provide a link of the astrology chart that I'm looking at since I don't provide it on the screen. It's just quicker to not edit, even though it hurts me because I'm a video editor. It's just can't do it all, gotta do what you can. So I do have the astrology chart in the description box. Okay, this is going to be an astrology reading, and then I am going to go in and tell each zodiac sign what house that or aspect of life will this moon affect them the most, and then I'll pull a card. Okay, so I'm doing it a little different than I have in the past. So let me know how you like this structure, and if you want the zodiacs to stay. It's kind of like a horoscope in a sense for the lunar cycles. So I will do it for the new and full moons. So yeah, just let me know. All right. So I have the chart pulled up, and I want to say there is a lot of there's opposition, of course, with the sun and moon because that's what creates a full moon, right? So with this opposition, also creates squares as well as more squares within the chart, and it's a lot of tension. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. There is a lot of tension. However, as I was looking into this, what stood out to me the most, because within all these squares, all these aspects that are going on, the moon is trine Saturn in the sixth house in the sign of Aquarius. And then the sun is sextile, okay, the Saturn. There is another aspect that is this is sextile. It's Pluto in the fifth house in Capricorn with Jupiter in the eighth house in Pisces. So I will get into that, but those are the only harmonious or light and fluffier, smoother aspects, right? Not a lot of tension like oppositions and squares. So with that, what came to me was tension leads to opportunities. Tension leads to opportunities because a lot of times when we go through the flow, we do get comfortable. We do, and then in order to transform, right? Something happens that is kind of like, it can be destructive, it can be chaotic, it can be just a little harsh. It doesn't have to be, you know, tragic or devastating. all the time, even though it very well can be. But it puts us in different directions if you know how to alchemize that energy that you're feeling, that you're going through, working through that, navigating through the storm. Okay, navigating through the storm. So I think I want to call this reading, overall, or the theme, turning lessons into blessings. Okay, turning lessons into blessings, because of those squares and oppositions that we're going to talk about. So we have the sun here in the fourth house in Sagittarius. This is our anchor. The sun is our anchor. So we do have to acknowledge the season that we're in. We are in Sagittarius season. So happy birthday to all my Sagittariuses. I hope that y'all have a wonderful, fulfilling birthday. And yeah, all right. So with this Sagittarius being in the fourth house, this is all about the home, our foundations, our security, our emotions as well, because fourth house is Cancer energy. So deep feelings. And so deep feelings, as well as having that faith in our stability that we've laid down, having the optimism to keep going, having, despite any challenges, right? So, with this having to do with the home, this is also thinking about your home in the aspect you may want to uh, grow your home, you may want to change the family dynamic, things like that. With the sun being in opposition with the moon, creating a full moon, the moon is in Gemini in the 10th house. Okay, 10th house energy is Capricorn's energy. Okay, so this has to do with status, this has to do with reputation, also our career, our long term goals. Okay, so with the full moon happening in the 10th house, this is giving, it's also Saturn's energy as well. The 10th house is Saturn's energy because Capricorn, the ruler is Saturn, planetary ruler is Saturn. So if we're talking about structure, this is really laying good foundations, or securing the foundation for your future, for 2023 and beyond. Okay, um, with this moon also, there may also be conversations that need to be had within maybe your family, or this could be business, is whatever, because you can have a business type knit like partnership family, in order to you know talk about some things that maybe disrupt a lot of the security, but it breaks down that foundation, so that way y'all can have a firmer common ground and level of understanding. Okay, so there may be some conversations that need to be had. I will say the moon is conjunct with Mars retrograde. Mars retrograde is in Gemini as well in the 10th house, and they are in the exact degree 16. So, with these conversations, with these feelings, you may have impulsive behavior towards some family matters, or within your emotions, feeling very hard on your sleeve, or very defensive type energy as well. Um, and with Mars retrograde being in the sign of Gemini, it kind of gives that Mercury retrograde feel. And I will say we are approaching the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. Okay, so that shadow period, let's see, I thought I had it. Shadow period, yeah. It starts on the 12th, and then it will station retrograde on December 29th. And then by that time, Mercury right now, yeah, it's in Capricorn now. So it's in Capricorn. So see how it's a lot of Capricorn energy here, even though the anchoring is Sagittarius, Sagittarius is prepping us to really get that foundation for our long-term goals, to see things through, to get the fire revved up inside of us, to know that we can do it. Okay, so anything that you are trying to bring into the physical realm, whatever you are dreaming about, visualizing in your head, wanting for your life, you can work towards that. Okay, working towards that is what will fulfill you. Do what fulfills you is the message too as well. Okay, so we have the moon and Mars retrograde in the 10th house in Gemini. It is also squared with Neptune in the 7th house in Pisces. Okay, this has to do with relationships of all kind. It could be platonic, it can be romantic, it can be familial, definitely can be familial. And we are approaching the holiday season, so it could be a lot of tension within families right now, wanting to maybe speak up on some old family secrets, or things like that, because Neptune and Pisces is all about healing. It is endings, new beginnings. It's subconscious. What's hidden is now being brought to light. Something, so it may also cause tension as well. But the with Neptune and Pisces together, I would say not it's not all as it seems. And that's not for everything, right? But just expect I would say I'm saying this because it could be a lot of illusions. And with the moon being full, right? With full moons, emotions are already high, ultra sensitive. And then we have it with Mars retrograde, which can be compulsive. It's even hearing combative for some people. It can bring out the rage in people. Spitfire is what I'm getting as well. People just regurgitating, just throwing stuff on you. So if you are being still and being calm in these situations, and looking at and not being controlled or swayed by the illusions, at least not to the point where it causes destructive behavior, you can use that in your favor. You can sit in solitude and work through that versus, talking it out to somebody and ended up being an argument. Um, But with that Neptune, that square with the Neptune, is all isn't what it seems, but it may cause some confusion, so that way you can go within and do some healing, because all of our relationships that we have with people, doesn't matter what type of relationship, it is a reflection of us. So with this reflection relationship, these people may also um, bring out some trauma within you. And their moves may be, the intention may be good and all this stuff, but it triggers something within you. So it's not necessarily the situation. You need to go within and continue to heal that. The root of this trauma, this trigger, or this impulse is from, you know, trauma or pain, or going, so healing, healing. It may feel like you still have more healing to do, and we do, and you do, and I do, right? Healing is not linear. Healing is like peeling back an onion layer. It never ends. And then as you peeling it, it's like, Jesus, my eyes, I don't want to see this, I don't want to feel this, I don't want to do this. But you have to get through it. Right? So yeah, that's for that aspect. We do have the sun also squaring Jupiter as well as Neptune. But Jupiter is in the eighth house, but still in Pisces. Okay, so we may have some internal issues with how we are growing or expanding. We may maybe we feel like we're not moving fast enough, or it may be a weird feeling where you feel more at peace and you know how you would have acted a year ago, a few months ago, and it's like a weird feeling, like you, it's like a disconnect. Okay, a disconnect with self, a disconnect with your emotions, because you are healing, right? And it's still healing to do, as I said, but um through that you may feel like an identity shift, like you don't really know, it's don't really know how to feel, right? And you can be on the other side of the spectrum where you are feeling these intense emotions and it's expanding and bubbling up, and it's pushing you to address that, because the more that you cover it up, and even if you don't address it outwardly to people, you need to address it internally first, internally first and foremost, so that way you can understand self. Okay, that does bring me over to Chiron retrograde. That's in Aries in the eighth house, because Jupiter um, is close to um, being in Aries or coming out of Aries. So yeah, the Chiron retrograde has been sitting here for a minute in Aries. That has to do with the self. We are transforming. We are, on a collective level, we are really changing. I feel like on a cellular level, we are changing our lives. We're changing our perspectives. And you can be on either side of the spectrum. Okay? Everybody has their own thoughts. Everybody has their free will. But with this Chiron retrograde, it's the wounded healer. So as we are shedding our skin, as we are transforming into this new person, this new identity, there is there's resistance a little bit, because I will go back to Saturn. Saturn has to do with restrictions, limitations sometimes. So we put restrictions on ourselves too, as to what we can do, what we can handle. You know, some of them are healthy, some of them can be self sabotage or harmful, just, for your soul's growth. So that's why so you may feel blocked, you may feel limited in what you're trying to do. You may compare yourself to others. I will say, if you are, make sure you bring the focus back on you. Okay, look how far you've come. Look at the growth that you're doing. Everybody's journey is different. Okay, the more that you look at other people, the more that you give away your power. You give away your power. So and continue to work on self. And a lot of people could think about self and be like, you're being selfish or you're too overly worried about self. But however, the better that you have a relationship with self, the better you have relationships with others. It all begins with you. That's the only thing that you really can control a lot of times, is how you react to things, how you move through certain things. That's what changes a lot of our perspectives, as well as how we tap into the unlimited abundance that's out there. Okay? I do want to, as I'm saying this, because I had pulled a power card and it had dropped and I completely forgot to get it. So let me get it real quick. I had pulled this in my own meditation time, and the deck is Power Thoughts cards. This was a gift for me, and I've been using it. I've had it for a while. I have a lot of decks, y'all, like 44 decks I counted, and a lot of them I want to start, incorporating more on the channel, and you all will see them. And some of them are, just for me sometimes, you know, because I be going through. I just need it just for me, just for me. But I wanted to share this because um, this spoke to me, and I feel like this is happening on a collective level. The past is over. The past is over. Okay, and it says this is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. So the past is over. This is really good when it comes to healing, when it comes to trying to embrace the unknown, embrace new beginnings, really settling into who you are becoming and not who you've been or what you've been through. The past doesn't have the same effect on you the way it did before. It is over. You're present, because that's the gift. You're present and you are navigating the present so that way you can usher in this abundance, this newness, this clear path that could just really uplift you, right? So, yeah, the past is over. I love that. So, back to the chart. We do have, I'm going to say, it's Venus in the fourth house in Sagittarius, and then we also have Mercury in the fifth house in Capricorn, right? They're pretty close together within the houses. Those are squared off with Neptune and Jupiter as well. So this has to do um, with Venus being in the fourth house. This is deep emotion, maybe probably relieving a lot of family trauma, um, generational generational curses, things like that. Working also within your femininity, working on attraction, right? But there might be some issues with that. Maybe lack of confidence, um, lack of esteem, lack of really seeing the vision of what you can accomplish, as well as the mind too. The mind may get away um, in this. It's a lot of mental energy going on, or air type energy that's going on, because it it is all mental. You know, the universe is all, the all is mental in the Kabbalion. So work knowing that there's some tension here that may you want to work through these goals, but you may come on roadblocks or challenges. Using use it as redirection, and also knowing that sometimes you can just step away and retreat and be still, be receptive, be observant. That's that feminine, energy, that dark um, energy going into within. I think that's probably what's missing in that. Going within can help, as well as trying to get clarity when it comes to what we enjoy, because Mercury is in the fifth house, right, in Capricorn. Fifth house is Leo's energy, so that's about play, that's our spirit, that's joy, our childlike manner, our self-expression. So maybe you want to express yourself a certain way, but you're getting a roadblock because it's an identity thing. Breaking free from the limitations we put on ourselves, because the for Saturn being in the sixth house, this is, I'm saying, systems, right? This is health, it's fitness, right? But it can be analytical work habits, but systems, changing the how you do things. That's especially in Aquarius. Aquarius co-ruler is Saturn. Okay? So, with that innovativeness, with that thinking outside the box, you can create better systems for yourself that can help you in overall within your life. And with that trine with the moon and Mars retrograde, the sextile with the sun, there is a square with Saturn, and that is with Uranus, Aquarius's co-ruler. So you have Saturn in Aquarius in the sixth house squared off with Uranus retrograde in the ninth house in Taurus. Okay, ninth house is Sagittarius energy, okay? So this is travel, this is wisdom, philosophy, faith, religion, or spirituality, right? Um, all that. So systems, there may be conflict within how you viewed your faith, right? There may be a shift there. Um, there may be limitations that you are putting on yourself because of a certain belief, right? All is not what it seems with Neptune um, in Pisces in the seventh house, our relationship with the divine, not necessarily within, we do fellowship, we do worship, we do meet up sister circles, all that stuff. But your personal connection with the divine, and also I want to put in ancestors. Okay, um, Uranus retrograde has been here for a while in the sign of Taurus. This is changing up our thoughts around money, around finances, around our self worth, our self value. And with that being said, again, it's the limitations. A lot of it we are putting on ourselves. Be you. Be authentic to yourself. Continue to go towards your true north, where spirit is guiding you to go. What fuels you? What fuels you? Do it. Make room for it. It doesn't have to be all in or nothing right now. Take step towards it. Watch it expand and grow. Because even though Jupiter in the eighth house has some tension here, um, that transformation energy is here, and it can be very abundant because Jupiter in Pisces, that with that water energy that's flowing towards you, okay, that's attraction energy. But with that being square with, especially with um, Venus in the fourth house, we have to believe it. We have to make sure that we are putting our, what matters to us first. Taking care of ourselves. Self-care, self-love is on here. Clearing out, healing our roots, our families, maybe mother wounds, wanting to maybe womb work as well if you are a woman as well. Womb work, sacral chakra work, if we can want to put all for the men too. Sacral chakra work, something I'm hearing semen retention. I'm also hearing yoni steams. Getting like fertility. There may be tension. Trouble with trying to create. To birth a new life, to bring in a new life, right? It all comes with our value. Our value. Once we shape our minds to where we're going and use this energy to guide us in the direction that we need to go, I feel like everything will fall in line. I really do. I really do. Because tension leads to opportunities. And you can turn those lessons into blessings. Because we go through those lessons to understand and then integrate it in our lives for the better. So being mindful is very, very, very important, especially right now because the moon is in Gemini. It can be some very indecisiveness, choices that we probably have to make. And yeah, I just don't want us to be discouraged. Be discouraged. When I say be mindful as well, you may need to make sure that you have a meditative practice. If you fell off, this is your go ahead to start it back up. We all fall off. I know I had fell off for a while, and then I started back doing it in the morning. Um, do at least 10 minutes. You know, sometimes if I have more time, I'll do more. I'll give it like I don't even put a timer on. I just go in. You know, so and I also if you take any like vitamins or other meds that you have to take, I've been putting my medications and my vitamins and all that stuff by my at my altar space. So I know if I have not taken my dose of medicine, I haven't taken my dose of medicine with the meditation. Okay? So doing stuff like that, little things to keep us, you know, going and keeping the systems, fine tuning and editing the systems. Okay? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I do have some few more points. Uranus retrograde and the North Node are conjunct. So being innovative and working towards, you know, our value and how we approach life, how we approach money, finances, our career. What else? I'm thinking with second house energy. Yeah, our daily routines, our values, right? Priorities, habits, right? So this is where we're leading towards, you know, changing the core of what we've been doing, changing our systems so that way we can have a better life, more prosperous life. But again, if you aren't aware, you can be on the other side of the spectrum. You know, you can spiral and go off the deep end, especially with that Neptune and Pisces. It can be rather confusing. So it's all about the perspective. If you are leaning towards the other side of the spectrum, we can get you over to the other side. There's going to be a storm that you're going to probably have to endure. There's going to be tension that you're going to have to face, but it leads to opportunities so that way you can change your life. So if you're interested, go ahead and check my website out again, msbotanica.com, so that way we can have a personal session, so that way we can get you on a path to more clarity, okay? All right. So we are going to, that was the end of the astrology portion. I'm going to go ahead and do the zodiacs, okay? So with the zodiac portion, I'm going to tell you what house that this energy will likely affect you the most. You can do sun, moon, or rising, especially rising signs, because that's where, you know, the zodiac is really accustomed to your rising sign. If you don't know your rising sign, that's okay. Sun and moon works. Venus works. You can always check that. Mars, since we in Mars retrograde, have at it. You know, pick pick your poison, because multiple aspects of life you may be facing right now. So let's see. We're gonna start with Sagittarius because it's Sagittarius season. It's Sagittarius birthday. And I thought I could do this without my glasses, but the sight, I have to even there. So let's see, 34, 35. I'm going to start here. So Sagittarius, this is your reading. Okay, you are the area that this full moon energy is operating most is your second house. Your second house, being, money, that Taurus energy, money, possession. So you may be trying to work out better systems so that way you can have financial security. You may be in a space where you are wanting to get a new job, or you're looking at changing your career or stepping into entrepreneurship. You may even see how you view possessions, or maybe you are seeing that you are a little possessive, and you may overstep boundaries as well. We're also thinking about Mars retrograde in this as well. You may be very I don't want to say clingy, but very it could be obsessive energy. You may have addictions as well. This, I'm trying to do both sides of the spectrum here. So with that as well, working on seeing your value, and the value in what you're putting your energy towards. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So I'm using the Hoodoo Tarot. I'm just going to get one card message. Let's see. I was like one card and maybe an oracle card too, because I wanted to use this one deck. Let's see. All right. Yes, we have Son of Baskets. It came out in reverse. So this is like the page of cups, right? Essentially. So this is really, tending to those emotions of how you feel about yourself. Maybe also how you take action in some things, how you show up in the world, because the sun is more masculine energy. So thinking about it in that sense as well. So yeah, a lot of value, a lot of knowing that you are abundant as well. With it being in reverse, there may be some turbulence that you would experience within your emotions about those things, about that area of life, as far as like money, possessions, things like that. And you have to work through those. It may be an overflood of emotions because of that, what is it, the waterfall. So maybe you've kept things pent up inside a lot. So it's time to, let it all out. Let it all out. And that way, that's where the healing comes, right? Lay it all out. And this is the Zodiac Moon reading cards. So I'll put one of these as well. Yes, Eclipse in Aquarius, awakening. Your deeper resolve rises. So beautiful. So this is what you're heading towards. Okay, this is happening. That tension is happening so that way you can have an awakening, that you can tap into your senses and know and find innovative ways to create abundance in your life, in money, in love, in finances, in your career, all that. Right now, it's you may also feel like you don't have enough experience because of the page as well in tarot. And knowing, again, it's not a competition, and you need to look at how far you have come. And it's a me versus me attitude, okay? Not me versus them, all right? All right, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed. Again, just short and sweet, to the point. If you want to book a reading, make sure you check out my website, msbotanica.com, and I got you. Okay? Well, all right. Next, we're going to do Capricorn. Capricorn, okay, this is your reading. The aspect of life that this will affect you the most is the first house, okay? The first house. So this is, all about self, the body, your appearances, your approach to life. and your identity as well. So you may feel a lot of changes within your life. You may feel yourself evolving. You may also have an identity crisis as far as like, who am I and what am I going through? Or you might have you may see a new beginning approaching your life, and you're probably all in bliss and happiness, and you have that full time energy in tarot. So not the full like you foolish, but the full energy as you're being optimistic, you're going on this new journey, and all is well. Okay, so we're gonna pull a tarot card. This is the Hoodoo Tarot. All right. We have Miss Ida. This is the High Priestess. Okay. So knowing your power. One, knowing who you are, knowing your intuition. This is funny because it's just like you're having this maybe new sense of identity, or maybe you're more grounded in who you are becoming, right? And knowing that it's a great sense of balance, a great sense of knowing how to operate in both lighter and darker situations, because this is what the High Priestess is all about. And also paying attention, your emotions and how you feel, your more feminine aspects, or femininity, receptive type energy is guiding you at this moment. So make sure you are being mindful and paying attention to your surroundings, and also your magic as well. If you are doing workings, trust in your magic. Believe in what you're doing. Don't second guess yourself. Be firm in it, and believe in what you're calling in. And it takes time. It's a phase that you're going through right now, but if you believe, it definitely is coming into play. All right. And then I'm gonna pull a Zodiac Moon reading card for you, Capricorn. Y'all birthday is coming up. I'm ready for it. All right. We have Moon in Sagittarius, discovery, freedom, and adventure. So I said full type energy, right? Adventure, going on this adventure. Also, yeah, the rocket here, give me takeoff. R.I.P. But yeah, you're going to new heights. You're leveling up to new heights, and having this new sense of perspective of the world is going to open you up, so that way you can get more enlightenment. And the more that you have enlightenment, you are able to see visually what you need to do in order to tap into what you're wanting to call in. Okay, I love that for you, Capricorns. Make sure you comment. I would love to read the comments. I'm not doing emojis. I guess if they got a rocket or a plane, give me that. Give me that. All right. All right. We're going to move to Aquarius. Okay. We're going to start. I'm like, okay. Aquarius, this is your reading. The house that the Gemini Full Moon would affect you the most is the 12th house. This is Pisces energy. This is all about healing, endings, all about the occult, spirituality, subconscious. Also, I saw karma, old age, maybe like maturity, solitude, closure. Okay, limiting beliefs, what's hidden. Okay, so all this may be affecting you right now. Maybe you're wanting to retreat and take some time to yourself to work on the healing aspects that you need to do. Maybe along the lines of, family matters, like you said, different relationships. Also, there's endings here. So maybe endings towards the limiting beliefs that you set on yourself, how you navigate life, working on that healing, right? Also, you may have challenges within your faith, within believing in yourself, okay? And that you have to, I feel like what's hidden is maybe you, because I'm an Aquarius sun. We like to detach, all these things. So I think it might be that's the ending. Like you playing small, or you not shining your light. It's time for you to step out into the world. So maybe you've done a lot of healing on yourself already, and it's time for you to work through those last bits to muster up the courage to have that new beginning, to really show who you are. Okay, so I love that. So we're gonna pull for Aquarius. This is the Hoodoo Tarot. Okay, 3 of Sticks, 3 of Wands. I love that. This is action. This is also planning, and also celebrating in a sense, because 4 of Wands comes after. It's like you made it at the top. You made it at the mountain, or you went through obstacles. You've learned that love, self-love, is the key. Love and compassion for others, keeping your heart open despite any issues that have, could have hardened your heart. But with this 3 of Wands, it's admiring how far you've come, and also harnessing that energy to continue on your journey. This is the 3. It's not the 8. It's not the 9. It's not the 10. This is saying that your hard work. We are acknowledging your hard work, but there's still more that you have to do. This could be saying about your healing. This could be you elevating in spirituality, or elevating in a different position. So that way, getting rediscovering who you are and putting that out, and not being afraid to do that. Okay, I love that. And then this is the Zodiac Moon cards. Look, Moon in Aquarius. It says, free spirit, your inner wild child awakens. Come on, this is it. You have the freedom, free spirit. You are free. So it's like you've done a lot of the work, and now it's time to be you. It's time to share your light, and know that this is a journey. It's not a race. And just have fun and enjoy the moment. So I love that for you, Aquarius. Yes. If you want to comment, make sure you leave a comment. Leave a green heart emoji if you would like. And then remember, if you want to book a reading, I am doing your head readings as well. Make sure you check out my website, msbotanica.com. All right. We're going to get to Pisces next. Pisces. Deep. All right, Pisces. This is your reading. The house that the Gemini Full Moon will affect you the most is your 11th house, or the 11th house. This is Aquarius energy. It's all about groups, friends, social affairs, being generous, like humanitarian. This has to do with technology, hopes and wishes, and the future. Okay, so with the 11th house Pisces, with the Gemini full moon, there may be some indecisiveness when it comes to your next moves on what you're going to do next. You may be pondering and visualizing what you want in the future, and then also minding the company you keep. Making sure you're checking the energy that you're surround, checking your energy, how you feel around certain people, how you feel around music, how you feel around certain aspects, it's anything. Um, Also, with the 11th house, it gives me kind of that expansion energy, that broadness as far as exposure, exposure. So you may get more exposure in your endeavors as far as your business or your project, your creative projects. Also in love, you could get a more broader sense of maybe dating. You're maybe getting more prospects. Or it could be expansion in love, right? Thinking about the future, right? So yeah. All right, Pisces. We're going to pull a card. This is the Hoodoo Tarot. Daughter of Baskets. A Daughter of Baskets. Another one did come out. Was hidden. The grandchildren. This is the Star card, which is Aquarius energy when you're in the 11th house. So yeah, there's something that you need to shine a light on. Maybe how you approach your emotions, how you approach your creative endeavors, how you maybe all I'm hearing is all in your head. Maybe because you may be holding a lot in your head. You may be thinking about a lot. Um, and you probably need to let some of that go, or you may need to process some of that in order to transmute the energy. Grandchildren is all about creation. Of course, the star is about hope. This is the future as well. With baskets, it's cups, it's love, it is creativity, so it could be like creating a life as well. You may be in the process of thinking about taking the next steps to birth a life, or you are preparing to birth a life and you're in that nesting phase. But overall, this is the energy of trusting where you are going and taking time to admire the view, to take time to process what's going on around you and how you can be the change that you want to see in your environment. Okay, there may be some endings for you in regards to some friendships, or in regards to how you move in certain areas of life or in certain social groups. But this is to put you in spaces, or to bring awareness in the areas that you are in and shine your light, to put your emotions out there, to be vulnerable, to step up and be a leader, right? This is also not being afraid of the position that you're in right now, as it can open up doors for you in the future. Okay? All right. And then we're going to pull from the Zodiac Moon Oracle cards. This is Eclipse in Aquarius, Awakening. I think Sagittarius had got this too. Your deeper resolve rises, awakening. So yeah, again, double confirmation with the Aquarius energy for you. So this is a deeper sense of self. This is awakening to your true form, and you no longer are playing yourself small. Okay? I feel like you have a lot to give, and you're holding back. Okay, you have a lot to give, a lot to share, but you're holding back. This is what you're here to do, and the more that you understand and awaken to that truth, you will awaken others as well. So I love that. All right, my Pisces, I hope that you all enjoyed. Make sure you leave a comment. I love to read the comments. You can put a star emoji. And yeah, I hope y'all have a good one. Make sure that you check out my website, msbotanica.com, to book readings and services. All right? Okay, we're going to move to Aries next. Got my chlorophyll water. So I am good. All right, Aries, this is your reading. So the house that the full moon is affecting you most is going to be the 10th house, where the moon is at currently, right? So it's going to affect you most when you're really thinking about your long-term goals, your structure, your career, your reputation, and this is always going with your energy too. So you may be hyper focused on that. You're planning, you're trying to execute a lot of things, you're trying to get structure in that. I also say this also with this heightened sense of fire, you may be putting your hands in too many places. I'm getting like 9 of Wands energy, because you can also, this can put you in a state of burnout, or you may be so amped up with all this fire energy, because we are in Sagittarius season. You are a fire sign, and the moon is conjunct with Mars retrograde. This might be a really good time for you to really just put everything on paper, work on a lot of projects that you had. You may have the energy to do that. I think any other given time it may burn you out, but use this energy to your advantage. Okay, so trust in your body, I will say, first and foremost, but and also know it's okay to take breaks in between. Okay, so that way you can get your energy back up. Okay, but you're really focusing on your career and up and leveling up and elevating your overall abundance and prosperity. I feel like a lot of that is coming into your life. I heard fame. Okay, and then this is your card from the Hoodoo Tarot. We got Dr. Grant, which is the Hermit card in reverse. Okay, so this is not a time for you to retreat within yourself. This is just a time to be on go. I feel like you've already gathered a lot of truth, a lot of insight from going within, and maybe it's like downloads that you're just getting, like surges of energy, surges of messages that you're hearing from the divine, and you're taking all of that with you. It's time for you to maybe go out and share it with other people, to just put yourself out there, so that way you can get more recognition, you can get more exposure, you can get more people on your team, all that. So this is your time for sure, for sure. And then we're gonna pull the Zodiac Moon reading cards. This one. Eclipse in Capricorn. New direction. Reevaluate success. Okay? New direction. So when I said about burnout as well, you may also want to be practical. Capricorn's energy, which is the 10th house energy, and Capricorn came here. It's all about practicality. So again, you can use this energy to your advantage. You can do all the things to just get it out the way, and then you probably will pay for it later. Or you can have a practical plan, so that way you can have a steady burn, not just a intense, few minutes of 15 minutes of fame. You want that longevity, okay, and that's what I think will be the takeaway here. think about longevity, think about your long-term goals, especially between health and also your career, because you have to be uh, revitalized and you have to be energetic in order to get these things done. So don't pour yourself all the way into, your work, or trying to be the hottest new thing, or all that stuff, and then end up neglecting you, because you come first, right? Make sure you tapping into that self-care, that self-love, making sure you protect yourself in all spaces, and that will help you continue your journey with more energy and vitality. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed Aries. These are short, sweet, to the point. But I hope you enjoyed. Comment. I love to read the comments. I would say go ahead and put the GOAT, because you are the GOAT, and we you just gonna get it. If you want to dive deeper into this, or do your head reading, stuff like that, make sure you check out my website, msbotanica.com, and I got you. Okay, so I'll catch you in the next one. We're gonna do Taurus next. All right, Taurus, this is your reading. Okay. And I don't know how I did that. Okay. All right, Taurus, this is your reading. We had hit the hour mark, so I was like, what? What I need to do? So the house that the Gemini full moon will probably affect you the most is the ninth house. Ninth house is Sagittarius energy. We are in Sagittarius season as I'm filming this. And so this is all about your faith, your spiritual beliefs. You may be traveling. Of course, it is the holidays, like who isn't traveling? But you may also want to, you may be indecisive on travel, as in permanent travel, like you may be moving somewhere. Okay, this is a good time for you to buckle down and maybe reread some books, or read books. It may be easier for you to read at this time, especially since we are approaching Mercury retrograde. Things are going to slow down a lot within communication, so that's going to help as well. Yeah, because learning's here, your ethics. I feel like a lot of your beliefs maybe are going to change as well, and you're moving in a new, like, in a new stride, a new strut. I feel like you are embodying the wisdom that you've gathered, and you're being more open to possibilities, opportunities. You're not being as guarded as you were before, and just being that openness can bring the newness that you're wanting to call into your life. Okay, so we're gonna pull a card from the Hoodoo Tarot. And we got Miss Robinson in reverse. Miss Robinson is the devil card, okay? So I feel like with this, you're no longer feeling like an imposter, or feeling like you have to con your way or move a certain way in order to get what you want. Yeah, it's like, I'm really big on ethics right now. I feel like you didn't want things to be laid to rest. Because I'm looking at this RIP here, because she had went to a funeral. This, the whole story on here is a little vicious, but hey, you probably didn't want to let things die. With Taurus energy, sometimes you like to hold on to things because you believe in it, right? That's what Sagittarius also have, that faith, right? Believing in it, but also knowing when it's time to let go, when it's time to release, especially when things no longer serve you, okay? And when things no longer serve you, and you become a little unstable as to who you are and recognizing your power. Sometimes you can put shackles on yourself within the mind. So this is also, as you're going through these changes, remembering that tension leads to opportunities, and that you can navigate this in a way that you can be authentic, you can be true to yourself, as well as free. Okay, free to be you. All right, we're gonna pull from the Zodiac Moon reading cards. Thank you. Sun in Aquarius. We're getting a lot of Aquarius energy in here. And it says opportunity. It says readiness for change. Readiness for change. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing here. It's time to change. You're no longer moving in the way that you used to. You're no longer putting yourself or playing yourself small, putting yourself on the back burner, or thinking that you're not good enough, thinking that you don't have what it takes, and you're just ready to step forth and reap the harvest of the opportunities that are being laid before you. Okay? So, and that can be challenging, right, Taurus? Because opportunities may come and you may feel like you're not ready, but you are ready. Okay? So, I believe in you, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you want to comment, I love to read the comments, but if you don't want to pull your full testimony, give me a rainbow. Give me a rainbow, because you're probably going to endure a storm, but the other side, that opportunity, that glimpse of opportunity, take the leap, because you'll be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be way more at peace. All right. And if you want to book a reading, make sure you check out my website, msbotanica.com. Okay, and I got you. All right. Next is Gemini. We're drinking this chlorophyll water. I'm loving it. Okay, Gemini, this is your reading. So the house that the Gemini full moon, this is your moon. Turn up. Okay? This is gonna, especially since it's in the 8th house. It is in the 8th house for you, Gemini. So there's a lot of transformative energy going on in your life right now. You may be I am looking at the debt part, the finances, taxes. You may be getting prepping for the tax season. You may be thinking about your assets and all these things, and maybe uncovering more assets. So you may inherit some things as well during this time. As well as, we're going to talk about sex too. Sex may be a big thing right now in your life. We got Mars retrograde with the moon as well. So there could be a lot of passion going for you, taking your time, being more intimate as well. And as well as maybe tantric arts may be something that you are interested in. Or you could be built up, it could be built up frustration, on the other side with your sexuality. So I heard you have to learn how to relieve yourself. If that's the case, yes. And then also having that intimacy with yourself can also help with, you may want to dabble in sex magic and all that. So I would say, if that's what intrigues you, study up on it, try it out for yourself, and that might be just what you need. Okay. So we're going to pull a card from the Hoodoo Tarot. Yes, 8 of Sticks. This is fast moving energy. So this transformation, this shift in your life is coming fast. Okay. So buckle up, get ready, or stay ready so you don't have to get ready type thing. So this is your time. This is your time to transform, get that money, get tap into that pleasure, making sure that you are have all your ducks in a row so you can continue to inherit abundance, all that, okay? So we're going to get into the Zodiac Moon reading cards. Too many. Moon in Sagittarius. But yeah, somebody else had this too. So a lot of us are, going through the same things. So freedom and adventure, discovery. So you could be discovering yourself. This rocket is giving me takeoff. And it's in the 8th house with Scorpio being with death and transformation as well. I'm here and be careful of your surroundings and the company you keep. Just make sure you're doing that. Yes, you have the freedom and adventure, but sometimes being too curious you can be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, so making sure that you are being mindful and protecting yourself as well. Okay, because things can shift and happen real quick, real fast, and it can be for the better or it could be to your detriment. So I want to make sure that I say both of those. Okay, so yes, be mindful, stay protected, and be intentional with what you're trying to bring in, and all will be well. Okay, so Geminis, I love you all. I'm a Gemini rising. Okay, so I'm getting this as well, and yeah, go ahead and leave a comment. I would love to get a comment. If you can't leave your whole testimony, I completely understand. For some reason, I'm getting a candle, even though I don't really see a candle here. It kind of looks like a candle, but give me a candle emoji, because that could be your guiding light through your transformation, through this journey, setting intentions, being intentional, and also knowing, that guiding light to where you need to be, and also using your intuition to guide you as well. All right, Geminis, I hope you enjoyed. And if you would like to book a reading with me, make sure you check me out at Mystic Storm 333 for my social media, but msbotanica.com for my website. Okay? All right. Cancer, you're next. Okay, Cancer, this is your reading for the Gemini Full Moon. All right, so the house that this moon is going to affect you the most likely will be the 7th house, and it's your relationships, right? So all type of relationships. We know that Sagittarius is in the 4th house, your house. So that might be a double thing for you within the home and family, as well as maybe ancestral. You may be really drawn to do some ancestral work. Contracts is standing out to me as well. You might be signing something, signing a lease, signing an agreement, making business moves as well. You might be taking relationships to new heights. Okay, you're changing up maybe how you approach tension in your life, and how you communicate as well, because Gemini is all about the communication. All right, so the card, hangman, but it was like Gullah Jack. This is the hangman, and this is surrender. This is acceptance. And you might just say it is what it is, and let go and be at peace. Letting things flow the way that they are. No longer maybe overthinking, over analyzing, obsessing over the outcome of some things. Also, you may have a tight grip on how your foundation, and it may be shaken up to the like I'm getting the Tower moment, like the Tower card, in a sense, because we are going through that turbulence. So I do feel like you may feel uprooted, for sure. You may feel uprooted, but you just need to be open and accept where spirit is leading you, and surrender to the plan. There's more in store for you. And I haven't put the base of the deck in anyone else's reading so far, but it's the Ten of Coins, Ten of Pentacles. So the more that you release this concept, is going to open you up to a beautiful, abundant, and prosperous future. Okay, so release, let go, keep moving forward, and do what you have to do to better yourself, for you and your family. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna do the Zodiac Moon cards. This one. So this is Eclipse in Virgo, reorganization. Choose duties and responsibilities carefully. Okay, so this definitely can deal with family matters, setting boundaries for sure. Yeah, know that you can't. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. You know, you can. You maybe overextend yourself, and you just don't need to do that anymore. It's time to take a step back and focus more on you, and let your family, let the people in your life, or grow and heal, do their own thing. If they don't want you to necessarily help in that respect, to being an observer and helping when needed, versus inserting yourself and getting into stuff that doesn't really concern you. It maybe concerns you, but it doesn't, if they didn't ask for help type thing, or you may just too nosy, all up in their business, or this could just be you over analyzing stuff about yourself. Maybe your beliefs within yourself, your relationship with self may change as well. And yeah, just setting better, healthier boundaries that will help you, yourself, and then also your other relationships as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed, Cancers. Make sure you leave a comment. I love to read the comments. If you don't want to leave your full testimony, I understand. Provide me a dove emoji. A dove. There are some birds here, and so I want to go with the dove. Go with the dove. Like extending that olive branch. It's like you can accept what it is, but you have that opening hand. Whenever you need me, I'm here. And then also know that you have support within your family as well. And the family does not have to be, blood. Even though this could definitely be blood family, but you can also make your family, okay, community. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, yes, and then also check out my website, msbotanica.com, to book a reading and other services. Okay, all right, we chugging along. Okay, so this is going to be your reading, Leo, for the Gemini Full Moon. So the house that is going to affect you the most likely, is the 6th house. This is Virgo's energy, so this is all about being analytical. We're talking about the systems that we talked about in the astrology forecast, because Saturn is in the 6th house right now. Work habits, organization skills, your health. Your health may be a big priority right now, as well as you may be getting a new pet. You may be itching to get a new pet, or wanting a pet, or doing something nice for your pet. You may have a better connection with your pet at this time. Also, you may be in the spirit of giving, service giving. You may align. You maybe are aligning to your purpose or discovering your purpose at this time, and working and walking in that. Okay, and I love that. I love that. Don't be too hard on yourselves, Leos. Have fun. Still have that joyous type energy. Tap into your inner child. You may have to do some inner child work as well, nurturing yourself as well, mothering yourself is what I'm getting as well. And yeah, the more you work towards that, the better that your overall health, your overall well-being will be. Okay, so I pulled a card. This is from the Hoodoo Tarot. We got three of baskets in reverse. This is Three of Cups in reverse. So this could definitely be mind, body, spirit. This could be in collaborations with other people, as well as because we talked about, no, that was the other people, community. There's traditions. I'm also getting like generational healing. I feel like is something that you may work on as well. I feel like the more that you heal yourself, you are healing the bloodline, healing the lineage. Okay. And yeah, mind, body, spirit, really getting more into balance with yourself. You may need to work on getting your trinity together, and working on that cohesiveness with your spirit, with your body, with your mind, connecting all of those to be at one, or be in union, aligned, right? Yes, with self. So we're gonna pull from the Zodiac Moon reading cards. This one, Sun and Leo. Look, joy, a time for celebration and success. Okay, so in the midst of this, yes, have fun. You may be working yourself to the bone. You may be trying to on the rat race. Just constantly going, approaching burnout. There's something that you need to edit within your system in order for you to have more balance in your life. And what you need to do is have more fun, bring more joy into your life, have that joyous childlike spirit, like I said in the beginning, and watch how you'll be more in tune and in alignment. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed, Leos. I would love to get a comment from you. You can comment with the sun emoji. If you don't want to leave your whole testimony, that's fine. And then you can always check out my website, msbotanica.com, to book a reading and along with other services and products as well. Okay? All right. Okay, Virgos, this is your reading for the Gemini Full Moon. And the house that will affect you most likely will be the fifth house. Fifth house is Leo's energy. So this has to do with romance, love, childhood like expression, joy, and I would say creativity too, positivity, action as well, bringing light to a situation. So this may be a great time for you to celebrate, a great time for you to get out and enjoy yourself, get out your comfort zone, just be free and just like no worries, no care in the world type thing. All right. For some reason, yeah, this also has drama at the end. Drama. I heard, am I the drama? I'm not the drama. So maybe when you tapping into that inner childlike spirit, you may are also diving into the shadow aspects of, as well as you express yourself, and you probably are like, wait, am I the drama? No, I'm not the drama. Maybe you are, just a tad, and that's okay. That's okay. Just work through it. Do some inner work. Do some shadow work. Mother yourself. Love on yourself. Nurture the inner child. Do things that you enjoy, and you'll get that together. So this is the Hoodoo Tarot. So we got the Sun in reverse, which is Leo's energy, fifth house energy. So this is Big Mama. So with it being in reverse, you may be seeing things more pessimistic. You may be too fond or looking back on a lot of memories, churning out a lot of memories to where it's probably affecting you to losing sight of your joy. Like maybe you don't like to be nostalgic in a sense because it brings back old memories that are good, but it brings, sadness because maybe this person has passed away. I'm picking up a lot on the Big Mama here. Or it may be like mother wounds or not being able to be yourself or be, shine your light in all spaces. She has the key going on here. So the key is to still find gratitude. Still find gratitude in the turbulence, in the tension, right? That goes on, the drama, right? Am I the drama? So yeah, don't beat up on yourself. Don't blame yourself. Accepting, loving, and continuing to evolve and grow is the goal. So this is the Zodiac Moon reading cards. Sun in Taurus. Boosts self-worth and finances. Practicalities. Yeah. You are deserving. You are worth it. You are deserving. Okay? You are enough. You are bountiful. You are abundant. And with these practicalities, meaning that, and it's funny how the Big Mama got the sun, and then look how the sun is shining here. Maybe you're blinded by fear, is what I'm getting. Blinded by fear because you can't see what's coming up next. We got the Gemini full moon is all about decisions. You're wanting to be practical, not maybe being too self-indulgent or over dramatic or really wallowing in something. Feeling more gratitude, boosting your confidence, doing things. You may want to work with the solar plexus chakra to get that confidence back up. And also you can work with Oshun's energy, Venus energy as well to help with this. Okay? All right. I hope that you enjoyed, my Virgos. You can leave a comment. I love to read comments. If you cannot, that's all right. I get it. And you can leave a bag of money. Only because it's just like value worth. All right. So make sure you check out my website, msbotanica.com, to book a reading or other spiritual services. And I got you. All right. Okay. Okay, Libras, this is your reading for the Gemini Full Moon. The house that you'll most likely be affected by the aspect of life is the fourth house, which where Sagittarius is, or the sun is in Sagittarius currently. Fourth house is the mother archetype, it's family, roots. It's also emotions, deep emotions, right? Foundations. What else? Femininity, women, womb health, family, self care, self love. And I feel like that's where you may have some tension there, right? Within the household, or maybe it's time to clear out the energy in your home, maybe do some feng shui, or smudge your house. You may use a lot of palo santo, but you may need to use some sage. Just clear all that. Just clear it all and start anew. And then also you may be really prone to working with your ancestors at this time. Ancestor spirits may come to you around this time, as well deliver messages, as well as you may want to start an ancestral altar, especially as we're going into the holiday season. A lot of times the holiday season can be hard for people that have lost loved ones, so making sure that you honor them in a great way will be helpful at this time, as well as making sure that you take care of yourself, um, as well as so you can show up for your family the best way you can, you know, and also knowing that setting boundaries is okay, right? Because you have to worry about your peace and your foundation. All right, this is from the Hoodoo Tarot. Six of Sticks, Six of Wands. This is victory, success. This is getting the accolades. This is getting the recognition that you deserve. This may be, you may finally get the recognition that you deserve within your family. Maybe you've been, people pleaser, or you've been very, I'm not show offy is coming to mind, but you put yourself out there so that way you can get the recognition. You can get, like, look at me. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Look at all that I've done. Look at all that I've achieved. But your achievements aren't. It doesn't weigh your worth. It doesn't. It's not the same thing. So I feel like you put yourself in a lot of positions to be victorious, to help people, to do all these things, to be a leader, and at the same time, which is it's great, but with the Six of Wands, it's like you've won the battle, right? You're coming home to your people, they're celebrating you, but now there's PTSD. Bahati Life have got me on that, thinking about the Six of Wands that way. PTSD. So you may be experiencing some thought forms that put you in a lower vibration during this time, because even though everything on the outside looks good, everybody's like, yeah, you doing this, you look at how much you've done, look at all these things, but something inside of you is like, you really are feeling very maybe empty, or feeling very low. You may be taking on a lot of your family or your environment's energy. You may need to clear that out, okay? So, yeah, and I'm looking at this, it's like a target, but it's not a target on this person's horse, but it's given a target. So you have to maybe focus your attention more on something, put focus on your aspirations, your dreams, because it's on the horse. So it's like to take action, to put your needs before others this time, you know. And it's not being selfish. It's because you're taking back your power, taking back, you know, the energy that you're putting out because you're feeling depleted. It may be one sided. You're pouring into someone and they're not pouring back into you, or you're not getting poured into in other ways. So taking a step back and focusing on you so that way you can have clarity on how you move forward. Okay? All right, we're going to move to the Zodiac Moon reading cards. This is Eclipse in Sagittarius, growth, success after a setback. Come on, baby. Success after a setback. So, like I said, you're going through this recognition. You're seeing all these things. And the setback may be, you know, you're growing, right? But then you're also going through this inner turmoil. And then that's the setback because you're not able to really appreciate the success. But if you get hit to it, or, you know, really acknowledge how far you've gone on your journey and have gratitude for that, you will start to see the growth for yourself and feel it more within your emotions, within your body, within your being. Okay? So I love that for you, my Libras. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to leave a comment, go ahead and leave a comment. You can put like the plant, like the sprouting plant emoji for that growth here. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then if you want to dive deeper into this, or for another aspect, you know, I'm doing the year ahead readings. You can book a session at msbotanica.com for spiritual services as well as my shop. Okay. What right? Last but not least. Okay, Scorpio. Last but not least, this is your reading for the Gemini Full Moon. The house that will be most affecting you at this time, more than likely, will be the third house. The third house is the Gemini energy. It's all about communication. It's all about siblings. I don't know, I've got sibling rivalries, but also the mind thinking, social activities, your neighbors, also starting something new as far as like education wise. You may be wanting to read up on a different subject and learn more about something that has intrigued you to get that wisdom, right? With that Sagittarius energy. So also with siblings here, or like groups, community, like your world, right? There may be some tension within that, and you have to make sure that you are grounded before you communicate with people, before, and then you may also have to get your thought processes right because you're weighing options. You may be indecisive as to which way to go. You may be at a crossroads. Okay. And taking time to process is beneficial. Okay, being mindful, and that way you can follow the guidance within you, so you'll know how to move forward. And a lot of times the first response, sometimes, not all the time, is not your intuition. It could be triggering from trauma. Okay, so that's why I'm saying making sure that you sit with yourself so that way you don't self-sabotage. Okay? All right. So this is your card for the Hoodoo Tarot. All right. This is Aunt Caroline. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune. So you create your reality. You're co-creating with the universe. The thinking of like the spider's web, you're weaving, right? So that's thinking, that's, communication. So whatever you're thinking and weaving is your reality. So what are you creating at this time? What do you want to create? How do you shift your focus and your thinking to that, so that way you can you can it can benefit you and benefit the people around you. She got the heart, spades, and diamonds, okay, on her. Okay, playing your cards right. Playing your cards right. Like, I'm hearing like they playing checkers, I'm playing chess. It's calculated movement, calculated thoughts, because you see the bigger picture and you see where this can lead you and where you're heading. So, yes, Scorpio, to transform and to make moves to better your life, think about the mind. The all is mental. That's where it begins. So, use that energy to your advantage to bring in the life that you deserve. Okay? You're co-creating with the universe. All right? And then this is the final message. It's from the Zodiac Moon reading cards. And this is Moon in Cancer, belonging, a sensitive, introspective phase. Okay? So this is confirmation too, as well as when you need to process, to think about some things sensitive at this time, triggering moments. You got to feel these emotions, you got to process, know that you do belong, know your worth, right? And work and use what has been laid before you and alchemize it so it can be to your advantage. That's magic. That's manifestation. Okay? So, law of attraction, you want to call all that, fine. Yes. So, be intentional. Do everything with intention and be open to co-creating with the universe. Okay? Okay, my Scorpios. All right, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead and leave a comment. I would suggest leaving a spider's web, but I'm also getting the spade. I'm looking at the spade. So either or, either or. Okay? But I love you, Scorpios. Make sure that you check out my website, msbotanica.com, to book readings or other services or products, because I got you. And yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will catch all of you collectively in the next one. See ya.